Welcome back to the coverage of YCS Liverpool 2016. That was a very short break, if you ask me.
Yeah.
I was just able to eat like one Snickers, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
So that's the definition of a short break. And we're back with yet another feature match because that last round took a little bit longer than what we thought.
Yeah.
Interesting match. We had two of the so-called rogue decks going up against each other. For this round, we're gonna go a little bit back to the basics, so to speak, to the deck of the weekend, the ABC deck.
Yeah.
Jonas Koschel from Germany is playing that particular deck. He is almost undefeated. He has one loss, and he's now going up against Joshua Oosters, former, maybe even the reigning Dutch national champion.
Correct. The reigning Dutch national champion.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't want to undermine his accomplishments that he has.
One of our judges,
Thomas, yeah.
Thomas said, I couldn't remember if Thomas is actually Dutch or whether he's Belgian and travels over.
I always kind of think he's British because his English is really, really excellent.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah.
Okay, he is playing Inferoids.
Yeah.
This is the reason for the feature match, in case you were wondering.
Yeah.
And he's been playing Infernos for quite a while. He's a big fan of the deck, apparently. So even in this meta game, where it might not be the best pick, hard for me to tell.
I think it's pretty good. I mean, with Pot of Desires now being a card, I mean, you pretty much play 3 of all the Infernoids, or a reasonable number of each Infernoid. You don't really care which ones get in your graveyard. You just care that you get a lot in them.
Yeah.
So
doesn't if you were playing a card like Reasoning, it doesn't really matter because your opponent doesn't see the cards that are getting banished. So
yeah.
But he apparently is not playing that card.
In this case, he's not even playing Monster Gate. He's not playing Monster Gate. He's not playing Reasoning.
Interesting build.
Yeah, very interesting. I feel like he's tried to make Infernoids consistent, which
that's the first time.
That's the reaction I get when I say Infernoids consistent in the same sentence.
It's not unheard of for this reaction.
Yeah.
Let's take a quick look at the standings, guys. This is what we have after 5 rounds, where we got currently leading a couple of guys with 5 victories. I'm just trying to figure out how many we got exactly. 22 players. 22 players are undefeated after 5 rounds of Swiss. There we go.
There we go.
Some flashes.
It's because they're 5-0. They're currently very powerful. Takes a lot of our electrical
maybe that was
power to charge the equipment.
The best known players in this list, just quickly, is Andrea Zanotti from Italy, who won something before. Alexander Hulch was in Rimini with Mermails. He's undefeated with Mermails so far. He's 4th. Omer, we just had him in our feature match the round before.
Yeah.
Camilo Budiglieri, who was the top 4 at the European Championship this year, is also still undefeated with Phantom Knights Burning Abyss, actually.
Yeah.
And then Marcello Barberi, Simone Falanga, we heard those names before. And I think that is pretty much it. Alex Titcombi, we featured him before.
Niccolo Mazzolini, he's was a former Worlds competitor.
Right. And Dave Drabert advanced to the top 64 of the YCS a couple of times before, but hasn't won one of these larger tournaments, but he's always trying very hard. Maybe today is the day, or this weekend is the weekend.
Yep.
All right, guys, with that, let's take you to the table where these guys are ready to get their game on. So here you can see Jonas on the left-hand side and Joshua on the right-hand side. And who is the favorite going into this matchup? In a way, I would say that Joshua is definitely prepared for this match. Otherwise, he wouldn't be
choking on air there.
Choking on Infernoids.
Bit of Infernoid, yeah. So the thing with rogue decks is generally you will prepare for the meta in your main deck, and then your side deck is just kind of that augmenting of your main deck to then be able to make it even stronger against particular matchups. So maybe Joshua Oosters is taking that outlook here. So yeah, he's got System Downs, he's got some Spell Fragrances, he's playing Book of Eclipse, Denko Sekas, we're not seeing, and then he's got the Reaper, Ghost Reaper Winter. Okay, there we go. It's on a different line, plus cherries.
He didn't forget about those.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jonas is actually playing the similar build to what we saw before today with Jason Little.
Yeah.
Because he's also playing 3 copies of Photon Thrasher.
Yeah.
And then 2 gold and 2 silver gadgets.
Whoa. He's main decking Book of Eclipse.
That's interesting because we saw that card and it apparently didn't do much in that particular match that we saw it earlier.
It's a little strange. Definitely a little bit strange.
All right, so his field is shaping up with Photon Thrasher, Gold Gadget, A Assault Core.
Yep, into Oosters has the max C here.
Yeah, that's definitely bad news for Jonas, and worse news, of course, is he's missing the Union Hanger.
Yeah, still able to produce the Buster Dragon though.
Yeah, but how good is the deck without Union Hanger?
It's okay, as long as you can get the Buster Dragon kind of up and running, but you do have to, remember I was saying about how you can kind of break up the Buster Dragon earlier if you're ahead.
You
if
don't want to
you've
do
not
that.
got Union Hanger, then you need to kind of stick around, banish a card, then break it up.
Yeah, there's no reason to just randomly break it up, basically.
No.
All right, so far so good for Jonas. That's his opening turn. He sets a Book of Eclipse, the card that we were wondering about.
Yeah. So Joshua Oosters' hand here, he's opening up with a lot of cards.
Yes, definitely good news.
And one of those is Terratop. He's opened double Desires, not necessarily ideal. He's going to go at the Take Tomborg here, probably going to go into a Dante. Let's see where he goes from here. I mean, he's got to try and make a...
It's got a fan in his hand.
Yeah.
Like if it were warmer inside the venue, he could just be like, yeah, I got this.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to make an attempt. He's got to make an attempt on that Dragon Buster. That's got to be step one. Step one is going to be an attempt on the Dragon Buster. After that, kind of playing around this Book of Eclipse is kind of key.
It's funny when somebody says something like that moment when you realize that you're rooting for Inferoid to win. Because it did not used to be the most popular deck.
Yeah.
But also, Joshua Oosters, of course, is a very nice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should not forget about that.
Oh, that's rough. That's why okay, no. I don't want to say that because I'm going to get destroyed in the Twitch chat. But like, he just drew Desires off Desires. That's why I don't like playing 3. Because now he's got 2 in hand.
Right.
And he's just gone -9, and it's just
yes,
awful.
Yes. So that's like a -10, actually.
Yeah, -10 now. And he can't play. So 2 of his cards in hand are dead.
Yeah, he should just scoop right there.
Yeah. It's pointless going on. Yeah, so he's going to want to make a rank 3 straight off the bat. And again, that back row could be scary. It's not actually that scary.
So it's interesting. It's not exactly a rough start for Joshua because he's got a million cards in his hand.
No, but at the same time, Inferoids kind of want all the cards in the graveyard.
Well, I mean, if he has like 20 cards in his hand at the end of the turn, he's going to get rid of them all.
Yeah, exactly.
Send them all to the graveyard.
Yeah, off they go.
Maybe that is the strategy here.
Yeah. So Jonas just taking a read of Decatron.
What's going to be next for Joshua here?
Well, he's got to decide exactly what he wants to send with Decatron. I think it's going to be a tough call, really. He somehow needs to threaten that ABC Dragon Buster. I'm not too sure exactly how he wants to do that, if it wants to be some kind of synchro play or not. Because he could, I don't know if he plays Black Rose Dragon. Yeah, we just play Black Rose Dragon. We'll see where he decides to go with here.
Yeah, he's got so many options.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's got a lot.
And Jonas is left with just terraforming. So if that Black Rose Dragon resolves, which it would, Book of Eclipse is not going to stop it.
No.
That would be huge.
Yeah. So. Yeah, he's currently level 4. Decatron's currently level 4. So yeah, I think he has to at this point play the Dragon Burster. Gonna get rid of that. And then he's gonna drop out into his 3 Union monsters at this point as well. Not gonna take the risk to see this go any further. So he chained Dragon Buster's effect.
Joshua just reading over the card quickly again, even though I'm pretty certain he's familiar with it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's always those timing questions and things like that.
Yeah, but it's one of those things where, as a judge, when I was judging, one of those things that you always kind of try and teach people to do. Always read the card. However much you think you know what the card is, I know that I do the same. I roughly know what a card does in a
just
fashion.
Assume you have the exact.
Yeah, your head kind of makes up the text. You never in your head know exactly what a card reads, but you kind of know what it does.
That's interesting. I don't remember seeing that before, to be honest. That a burial from a different dimension is returning your opponent's cards back to the graveyard.
Yeah, it's actually a really good play here.
Yeah.
So that he doesn't get those 3 back.
But honestly, I think that is the first time I've ever seen this play.
Yeah.
I wasn't even sure the card could do that.
Yeah, it's actually both graveyards.
It's one of those things like when he said, "Why is he destroying Dante? You never destroy Dante," and then it's like, "Yeah, but he's got no Dante targets in graveyard." Oh,
yeah, yeah.
This is like
mind
you just never blown.
Because you never see it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this is one of those situations. What?
Yeah.
Burial can also be interacting with your opponent's graveyard? How did you figure this out? It's rocket science.
Yeah, it's weird because I guess we never really see we never see casual play. We only ever see the top level play.
Yeah.
So you never really see the quirky uses of different things.
And there's the Book of Eclipse now.
Yeah, so it's probably been changed to Petrulia. So not all that bad here.
For once.
Yeah, Book of Eclipse not all that bad.
Just more cards for Joshua.
Yeah, but still, I don't think that necessarily is gonna just win in the game here.
Yeah, it's definitely better than the alternative.
Yeah.
Which would have been the Black Rose Dragon in the Woods.
Yeah.
Another reveal. No reveal.
Let's get him banished. Get him banished anyway, along with that -9 from earlier. So Pure Mass is gonna put back the Tsukiyomi.
That's a start.
Yeah, definitely a start on that board. I mean, we're looking like a pretty simple game state here. It's like everyone's on the defensive.
It's true. Both guys hanging in the ropes.
Yeah. So flips up 2, draws 2 cards, 1 for 1. That's going to be great next turn to be able to discard one of those Pot of Desires.
Yeah. But it looks to me like Joshua is far ahead with all of those cards right now. Is that... are we missing, or am I missing something? I mean, Jonas has a gold gadget and a gold gadget. That's it. That's...
No, but that's like he's got Buster Drake potentially. What's he got in hand? Just gold gadget.
Gold gadget. That's it.
Yeah, he's in a tough spot. Like overall, I'm not gonna completely count Jonas out because let's say he draws into like Union Hanger, bad things are gonna start happening for Joshua Oosters here. But yeah, Joshua Oosters definitely looks in a great spot. He's got plenty of Inferoid monsters. Just, I never want to count out ABCs because they can just kind of put a Buster Dragon out there and it can stick around for some amount of time and then, yeah, that just swings the advantage back to that player.
It's interesting how that different dimension burial from a different dimension can in some ways backfire a little bit now. Just a little.
Yeah.
But yeah, still.
So he's gonna attack into the monsters first. That makes sense. So he has no way to... I know he's going to use the effect just to get rid... Yep, that's a great move by Joshua Oosters here. Just to make sure that his opponent can't get all 3 of the pieces.
So we've now seen a couple of good plays from Joshua. Not just that burial from a different dimension, but also that, of course.
Yeah.
Masterful execution so
Yep.
far.
I think this is great. This is the best option here for Jonas, just to play this Gear Giant X, Gigant X, and really just hope that it sticks around. It's like we say about Levier, about how it's an investment into the next turn, and if you manage to get it to stick around, then it's really going to pay off.
It's an investment into your future.
Yeah, but unfortunately, sometimes that investment might get destroyed by an Infernoid monster.
Yeah, you should get some sort of insurance.
Yeah, some Infernoid insurance. Don't think people do that.
All right,
Okay,
back
so
to Joshua Oosters, the reigning Dutch champion.
Definitely 1-for-1 for Decatron here. 1-for-1 discard. Oh, he set one of the pot desires. So yeah, 1-for-1 discard desires, unless he wants to put one of the other Infernoids from his hand in the graveyard. So a Tondel could do that as well.
It's a pretty nice back and forth.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah. Start off with Raiden. Good mill there. Well, build an Infernoid monster. That's always nice. Obviously, there's plenty in there, but still, it's always nice to see an Infernoid come off when you're trying to mill there.
Yep.
He's going to go straight into a Tondel.
It feels a bit like there's suspense hanging in the air right now. The question is, can Joshua Oosters push through? Can he get rid of that Gigant X?
Yeah,
Well,
definitely. Tondel's going to just be able to attack over it.
Yeah. So that problem has been solved. What's next? Is it going to be enough?
I feel like Joshua Oosters is really taking his time defeating Jonas here. Not in the slow play kind of way, just in the fact that he's not going crazy with it.
No,
he
basically
overextending
gave his opponent
way.
another turn, not threatening him in any way, not dealing any damage. He's just like, yeah, you do what you want to do because it's not going to matter much.
Yeah, exactly. So he's going to inflict a bunch of damage here now. But I don't think he can take it to the finishing mark here. So that gets the double attack. A Tonal gets the double attack when it destroys an opponent's monster. And then Raiden for 17, and then Decatron. I can't remember what Decatron sent, if anything.
It doesn't really matter, I guess. It's
No.
5-8 for Jonas now. That's what's important.
Yeah.
And he did draw into. He does have a B busted rake, I think. It's not the card he drew into.
2,500. I knew it was much lower than that.
Yeah. Okay. There was nothing that he had. I guess nothing that he could have drawn, to be honest.
No.
And that is it. Joshua Oosters taking the lead. Yep. And really good execution. Really good execution.
Oh yeah.
There was quite a few things that you could learn from this match. The way that he kept his calm and would just watch his opponent try and fight back and eventually fail to do so. Very good execution from Joshua Oosters.
Yeah, you can really tell when you see a national champion playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Because it's just so calm. He knows exactly where he's going, especially when you see someone piloting a deck, like a rogue deck, like Infernoids, because it's clear that they have played it just for such a long time and have been able to really take advantage of that by just knowing their deck way better than their opponent knows theirs.
Yeah, it's one of those things when you have a popular deck like in this at the moment it's ABC, of course, but in the past it was decks like Necros and so on, and when those decks are super complex and flexible at the same time, and maybe even consistent. This is definitely all things that you could say about Necros.
Yeah, definitely.
Then the players like Joshua Schmidt would always immediately jump on the bandwagon and play this deck because they were like, it's the best deck in the format. I know all the answers. I know how to make the most of this. So I really don't mind playing against somebody else who's playing the same deck, even if it happens 10 times over the course of the weekend.
Yeah.
This time it's a little bit different in the sense that even some of the better players who ended up playing ABC claim that the deck is not always about who's the better player, who's more experienced, who can come up with the craziest moves. It can just happen that your opponent opens with a Union Hanger and you don't, and then they just gain so much advantage and you can do whatever you want and the opponent is still going to win in the end.
Yeah.
So that's why the deck is not as popular among the top players as some of the past supposedly best decks in the format used to be.
Yeah.
All of this makes sense in my opinion. Like,
it's the options. Like, people like options for some reason. That's just the way that it's seen in the Yu-Gi-Oh community, I think.
Yeah. All right. The body language doesn't really give away that Joshua Oosters won the first game.
No. No, he's just kind of like, oh, come on. I want to go to...
Yeah, he looks a bit stressed and powered out, yeah.
Yeah.
And Jonas also doesn't look like he's beaten up in any way.
No, he just looks really neutral.
Yeah, yeah. I would sign that. So, yeah. But as you can tell, guys, there's a green light for Joshua, a red light for Jonas. And that is why Joshua is leading 1-0. All right.
All right, let's see the hands loading in here.
Yeah. For the second time, Jonas is going to be allowed to go first. In the first game, it was the Maxi by Joshua that stopped him from unleashing everything.
Yeah.
Second time around,
that's
okay. He's got Union Hangers, he's got Foam Thrasher, he's got A Assault Core.
Too many Union Hangers.
Is there such a thing as too many Union Hangers?
Yeah. Yeah, there is.
That came very quickly.
He only has 3 cards in his hand here.
Look at Joshua. He's got System down. He's also got a Kaiju to get out of whatever his opponent is throwing at him.
Yeah. Fortunately, Jonas here is going to be able to make Tsukiyomi and turn those dead cards into not
really
dead cards.
It looks like almost the entire side deck is in Joshua Oosters' hand.
Yeah.
With the Kaiju, with the System down, with the Twin Twisters.
Yeah.
Or is he main decking them? No, he's not.
No.
So
yeah, he basically drew into half of his side deck.
Yeah. So, yeah. Jonas deciding whether he should play Union Hanger. I think he should. He's going to go and get B or C.
You could go far as a Yu-Gi-Oh coach.
Yeah, could.
Just in case you want to switch careers.
Yeah. He's going to get B or C, and he's going to summon B or C and get the one that he didn't get. And then make Bujinte Tsukiyomi.
So who do you think is the favorite in that second game? I mean, it's pretty. Generally speaking, it's good for Jonas to go first, obviously.
Yeah.
But then again, there's System down, which
Yes.
is a gigantic problem.
Yeah, causing issues. Yeah, like I said, get B and C, whatever fashion you would like those. He's going to overlay into Tsukiyomi, or maybe Gigant X. Most likely Tsukiyomi to try and get rid of those dead cards in his hand. Yeah, multiple copies of Photon Thrasher or multiple copies of Union Hanger are just not useful because you just can't play them.
Yeah. Well, he's saying cards that you can't play are useless?
Yep.
That's it's a bold statement, Luke.
Yeah, bold.
Yeah. One of those instances of where you don't know who you should be rooting for. Like when you're normally like, I'm for the guys from my country, but I don't like the deck he's playing. So now I'm conflicted. What do I do?
Yeah.
First world problems.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Jonas didn't put them the other way around. He should have equipped B to C so that he got B's effects to search A, and then he would have guaranteed had A, B, and C in the graveyard. But now he doesn't. Oh, that's what. When did he draw a card? Oh, when did he? Ah, no. What? Did he add it from?
This is his hand at the moment.
Ah, he must have. Yeah, he must have. Yeah, he added it from Union Hang, of course. Yeah. Okay. Still.
Yeah, it almost looks like he knows how this deck is working.
Strange. I don't know how.
So he did replace the Union Hanger with face down.
Yeah, now he kind of wants to draw some tracker. I think he drew another terraforming, which is really not that great for him.
Terrible.
Terrible, yes.
he did indeed. He also got a max C. Both of these cards not extremely exciting right now. But that's the boy, or the man.
The boy, the guy, got a name on the door. ABC Dragon Buster. Busts dragons. He's also a dragon.
He's both of these things.
Yeah.
So very confusing when you think about it. So I would advise you not to think about it.
Yeah.
Okay, back to Joshua. He's got a Pot of Desires. He's got a system down. Patrouilla and Saitsemas. Is it immediately just system down? Is that max C right away?
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
It's because all of the
Infernos are
are inherent. They're inherent summons.
That was, by the way, the Chinese sound of approval, in case you weren't aware. It's my wife showed me this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very interesting when I teach my kid something, and he does something correct. I try to give him like obvious loud feedback, and I'm like, "Well done, super, great, good job," and so on. And when she like reads something to him and she's asking him, "Where's the cow, Jason?" And he's like, points at the cow. Then she's like, and I'm like, "What is that? Like, what is that?" And she's like, "Oh, sorry, that's Chinese for well done." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
I'm getting a little bit concerned because the entire tech team is standing up. I don't know what's going on, but maybe they'll just fancy stretching their legs.
Maybe they think it's the 7th round, and after this they can go home.
They're going to be sorely disappointed because it's not.
Yeah, there's another one. You guys, of course, hopefully are not disappointed that we're going to have yet another round today.
No, we're going to have another round.
7 rounds today, 3 rounds tomorrow. That's the Swiss portion of the tournament. Then we cut down to the top 32 players. Just want to correct that again. Top 32. At one point earlier today, I said top 64. That's not correct. That is only correct at the European Championship or when we have more than 1,024 players, as far as I know. I got a little bit carried away because we had so many players showing up.
It's all right. Happens.
It does. Even to the worst of us.
Yeah. So he's still got plenty of cards. I mean, system down's going to do a number on.
Yeah, it's just what's it like for Jonas Koschel right here? That's like a roller coaster ride. He feels like, yeah, I'm in this. Everything is fine.
So pops
Tsukuyomi, and there it is, system down, 1,000 life points. And I've never been anybody feeling so motivated to reduce those 1,000 life points.
Yeah.
Like, you can tell he's like, aha, I'm happy that I lost 1,000 life points because he just lost everything. What a good deal. What a good trade.
Yeah.
And
big.
Suddenly, Joshua Oosters taking control of the game again. Jonas Koschel's got the terraforming, doesn't really do anything, but he now draws into a Sea Crush Wyvern.
Yeah.
Of course, he flips the Union Hanger.
Yeah.
And is that the Twin Twisters? Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
absolute
just savage.
Down.
Savage.
I feel like some kind of EMP just got let off in the feature match area, shutting down all of these machine monsters and even the hangar that they were in.
I mean, it was such a good start for Jonas.
Yeah. This is what we were saying. This is the first time we've seen kind of a side deck against ABCs really work, and that was absolutely it. Big system down.
Yeah, that's definitely the the way to fight back, not
Yeah.
a way to fight back. It is the absolute way to fight back.
Yeah.
And now you can tell again Joshua Oster stepping down the gas pedal, moving a little bit faster with his hands, getting a little bit more excited. He's seeing the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
He thinks he's got this. And
Yeah.
how can you blame him?
Yep. Well, still, the thing is, Jonas does have another Union hanger. Oh, does it? No, didn't he discard one? That terraforming's completely dead. Does it have any? I don't think it's...
And he's
Oh,
activating
got
it,
him.
so he
Okay,
does
must
have
have
another
more.
one. Yeah. He's got a Pole of Desires in hand.
Yep.
And he's first going, of course, he's first going for terraforming.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So he's gonna go get Bebus Drake.
That would be a really good comeback.
Yeah. No, I think he can summon ABC here. He can summon the Dragon Buster here.
Because finally Joshua's out of answers.
Yeah.
Although he does have the...
Oh, that's risky.
Well, the Pole of Desires.
Yeah, at this point.
But what else is he going to do?
Play Union Hanger.
Oh, and just search for... Yeah, of course you can also search for it.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember.
If he just banished all of his A's, B's, and C's now.
Didn't he want to see first what... Yeah. It's tricky, isn't it?
Yeah. He didn't even look at what he banished. Wow, okay, he drew A and B. Wow.
This is how you do it.
Yeah, this is what champions are made of.
Yeah, I'm not sure the Twitch chat is going to agree. To put this in the the most careful of terms. All right, where does he go from here? He's going to play the Union Hanger.
Yeah. He just needs to summon the Dragon Buster. And then try and start inflicting some damage to Joshua Oosters here.
Joshua, also, I mean, he does have the Kaiju to get rid of whatever his opponent is throwing at him.
Yeah.
Good news.
Yeah.
And he does have a Max C, so he's going to draw a few more cards.
Yeah, I guess I think Joshua Oosters has this one, to be honest. He's got a lot of answers.
But then again, that the ABC deck is hanging in there for so long also needs to be applauded.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, you already got rid of 2 Union Hangers, and there's still more to come.
Yeah.
It's a bit lucky that he drew into all 3 of them, but...
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm surprised that Jonas is still kind of able to play here.
Yeah. Didn't you suggest that... Yeah, they do. Didn't you suggest that he should discard one of the Union Hangers with the Tsukuyomi?
Yeah, I thought that would have been like at the time obviously made sense, but right now, in hindsight, yeah, it was good that he kept a hold of it.
Yeah. Yeah, the main event has already called time on the round, but for us, we are in the 29th minute, so 11 more minutes to go.
Yeah.
We're a little bit behind, and by a little, I mean a lot. It's quite crazy when you think about it. Somebody has a system down and a Twin Twisters to stop the second Union Hanger. That is like a 1-2 punch, as heavy as it gets.
Yeah.
And the match is still not over. Did the Maxi get dropped?
No. All of these summons have been inherited up to this point.
Right.
I am surprised that you didn't play it, even just for that Dragon Buster, because he's not got much else to play for here. Should have just played it for the 1-for-1 and then. Yeah, left it there. I mean, I guess he can play it during his turn if it breaks up into the 3 Union monsters.
Yeah. Then he gets 1 more card, but only 1 more card.
He gets the same number of cards as he would if he had predictively played it.
So I guess it doesn't make much of a difference.
No. It's guaranteed if he changes it to the ABC Dragon Buster.
Yeah, and also I won't underestimate Joshua Oosters.
Okay, draw phase. He's going to break. Yeah, that's good move.
So is there going to be a Maxi now or not?
Doesn't look like Joshua Oosters is going to... I think he's going to look. He's got to look at his hand and decide: can I win, or can I do something enough to stop my opponent from really taking control here? The answer is no. So he plays the Max C for that extra card. So Joshua here needs to figure out a way to get rid of all these cards. Size Mass would be pretty perfect because it would it'd be banishing one of them. That would be ideal.
And not in an ironic way.
No.
In the most literal of ways.
Yeah, it would be ideal. Or if he could summon the big 3-cost one, which would wipe his board, and then he can play the effect to banish one from the graveyard, then continue on with more Infernoid monsters to try and inflict more damage. That's kind of super ideal, but that uses up quite a lot of resources.
Yeah. Although you should think he has them with so many cards in hand. Although not all of those cards are live right now.
No, but Raiden needs to see that's a great mill. 2 Infernoid monsters. And he's got a small Infernoid, he's got Patrulia in hand, he's got Hammerdick in hand as well. So he's going to be able to banish some monsters here to get this Patrulia out.
Although we just have to point that out for somebody who's just tuned in, basically. He is playing 32 monsters. And a lot of those are Infernoids, so...
Yeah, it's not like it's a lucky mill. It's not. It's.
I mean, yeah, you still don't have to guaranteed hit 2, but he definitely built this deck in the way that this happens more often than not.
Yeah. So Patrulia takes out the 3rd Union Hanger. That's not going to give Joshua Oosters any more reason to worry about those summons.
Do you think he's just basically doing the same thing that he did in the second game, where he's giving his opponent the time and he's just like taking it slow, one by one, picking him apart? It certainly feels that way, if you ask me.
Yeah, no, you're right, it does.
There's this Castell and taking out one of the ABC cards, so no more ABC Dragon Buster for you, my friend.
Yeah. Well, he still has A, B, and C on the field. But I can only assume. So that's
going to change.
That's Size Mass. So Size Mass will probably banish the B Buster Drake. Oh, the Crush Wire. Like, he can banish either.
Yeah, but in any way, Joshua Oosters seems to know what he's doing.
Yeah, like banish the B Buster Drake. So yeah, he's really limiting his access to the ABC Dragon Buster now.
And it seems like he's super patient about this whole thing.
He's playing a deck that is like
known
so
for its explosiveness. Yeah,
and in the most patient way.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. It's like he's driving a Porsche with the handbrake.
Yeah,
all the way until like he's ripping it all the way to the top.
Yeah, really kind of slowing his own deck down, which seems strange, but it's really working.
It's really working out for him. Yeah, absolutely.
So I think all 3 B Buster Drakes are in the banish zone right now.
Yep. There's definitely another A or C in the deck. One of these was shuffled back with the Castell.
Yeah, Jonas has anti-spell fragrance. That seems like a strange card to have against
Infernoid.
Infernoids, yeah.
It's not like it would do anything at the moment.
No. Oh, no, definitely nothing now. But even kind of opening it, it's not.
Ever.
Yeah.
Maybe he was just a little bit shocked because of that 1-for-1 in the first game, and maybe the Pot of Desires. Like, I'm not going to give you these advantages.
Yeah, that as well as you would think they would play. This is the thing. Joshua Oosters is playing a huge monster lineup here, and I think that his opponent probably is thinking Infernoids. Oh, he's going to be playing stuff like Reasoning and Monster Gate and all this kind of stuff. And Joshua says, just don't need any of that.
How ironic it is when you yourself are playing 15 spell cards, at least in your main deck.
Yeah.
Your opponent is playing 8 spell cards, and you side into anti-spell fragrance, thinking, oh, this could win me the game.
Ah, it's Style Liege Paladinimo. Not seen that in a while.
Yeah, let's bring that guy up for you guys. What's he going to do here?
I don't think there's much to be done. He needs to get rid of that Castell, but that's basically it. Can't do much more. Yes, chat, I must admit, I'm also admiring the Ultimate Castell. It's very, very nice.
Is there a story behind this?
No, just Ultimate Castell looks really nice. Ultimate Castell looks really nice. Garboy looks really nice.
It's shiny.
It's very shiny.
So the anti-spell fragrance is now flipped.
Completely
Doesn't really do anything.
doesn't help, yeah.
Joshua does have 4 monsters, so he really doesn't mind that his
Yeah.
opponent draws a card that stops cards that he doesn't have.
Yeah. T-Top here doesn't have anything to search because he played it right at the start of the game anyway, so Take-Them Bogs are already somewhere in the graveyard.
So the other face-down card is a Pot of Desires for Jonas. I think he doesn't have more than 10 cards in his
No,
deck.
he's already played 2.
Yeah, so
That means he'd only
he
have to have
doesn't
played.
want to activate it because he's gonna go deck out before he can do anything.
Yeah, no, I don't even think he can activate it. I don't think he's got. 12,
All right,
I don't think he's got 12 cards in
So
deck.
basically, that's 2 dead cards in his back row with the anti-spell fragrance.
Yeah.
Or maybe he had to set it first. But no, that's what I'm saying. He can just activate it before he sets the anti-spell fragrance.
Yes.
I'm kind of getting ahead of myself and then forgetting what I said in the first half of the sentence. Doesn't make any sense.
It's getting late in the day.
Yeah, it does. It's confusing when you think about it. We're only in the 6th round, but we've already been here for almost 9 hours.
Yeah, well, I was awake at 5:30 this morning. I've been awake for 13 hours now.
Yeah, but I gotta say that's your own fault.
Yeah.
Sorry, but you're not gonna get any credit for that.
I like to wake up with the judges and, you know,
Yeah, and then sit around for 3 hours doing nothing.
yeah. I'll just help out a little bit if anyone needs anything.
Mm-hmm.
Help them out.
It's just too nice.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I'd rather be sleeping.
I think that is one of those instances where you are just too nice is the correct answer. I slept like a rock, and I don't regret it. I have no regrets.
Right. Okay. So Decatron gets revived by the Levia. He's not. I don't think he's got very many monsters left to mill there with Decatron. Both of our players here are very low. I mean,
Yeah, going like digging deep.
yeah. When we picked this feature match, we said, "Oh, it's not going to take very long. These Inferoid monsters."
Yeah, 38 minutes in.
Yeah.
So much for that theory.
We've not had a fast feature match all day. We've been going.
First round was the fastest.
Yeah, faster.
With
Yeah.
Marcello Barberi.
But
Pretty convincing.
Yeah, but that's been it. We've been kind of taking the whole time and then moving on to the next round.
It felt like they get longer and longer. That might
Yeah.
just be me, but
Yeah.
I actually felt like they take longer and longer.
Yeah.
Last round did take 40 minutes. We're now in like 39 minutes in, so there's a good chance that this is going to break the record for the day. And yeah, take even longer. So Jonas Koschel did have a Sea Crush Wyvern in hand. He did draw into a Solemn Strike. That's fair, I guess, but not the card he needs, because he needs something to
This
deal
is
with
not
that.
the card you're looking for.
Yeah, he needs something to deal with that field. And there's a Levier that is really threatening him. Needs to get rid of that. And the Crush Wyvern, of course, with just 1,200 attack, not big enough to get rid of Levier. And if Levier is left unchecked, that's one of those rules.
Yeah, Levia, Gear Gigant X.
Those are the cards you really need to get rid of right away if you can.
Yeah.
Not even if you can. You always should get rid of them
Yeah.
right away.
It's like a primary target.
Yeah, no matter what you have to do. Flip the table or do something.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you give Levier too much air to breathe, it's going to end the game.
Yeah, so again, he's going to get to play Levia here.
I'm going to turn this into a haiku.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Right, and Joshua Oosters again, just the most patient person in the room.
Yeah, he goes
Just
with
like,
Seismas again. He's going with Seismas, which
like,
means
yeah.
slowly but surely, I'm going to take away all of your cards.
You know this guy, here we go. He's back again.
Yeah, I'm going to take away all your cards. I'm not going to do any crazy Exceed plays or anything. Just slowly but surely.
Yeah.
Take away all of your cards.
I don't think I've ever seen a player more patient than him.
No.
At least like what this game suggests.
Here's time.
Yeah, we are now in time. Like
And just as we're in time, he strikes strikes the Seismas.
yeah, like, yeah, that works for me.
No problem. There's Levier on the Decathlon again.
It just doesn't stop, does it?
No, it's
It just
relentless.
keeps going. Like Joshua Oosters, this deck is like a well-oiled machine, and that's the first time anybody has ever said this about Infernoid.
Yeah, people
Yeah.
say it about ABCs all the time.
Yeah, but you would not believe that this is the typical. Like, if this is the first time you're seeing Infernoid, you're really like, why did all my friends lie to me? They told me this deck was quick and explosive, and it cannot grind out wins and things like that. Is what I associate with this deck.
Yeah.
And nothing of that is correct right there, because he's just showing us there's a different approach, and it is either just as successful or even more successful than the default way of unloading on your
opponent.
opponent.
We go. I think Joshua calls it a day.
Yeah, both of them are calling it a day, so to speak. Yeah, Joshua Oosters, really, he has the last laugh. And
wow,
what a showing! What a showing! Like, if you didn't know he was a national champion, you would now be convinced this guy's got some talent.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, I think we're quite far behind the main event, actually.
Yes, we are. So, without further ado, let's move on with our post-game analysis.